area of Lancaster. The train is now coming upon the Cherry Crest Adventure Farm. Cherry Crest Adventure Farm. As you saw, there was no corn maze now because they had cut the corn down. But when you come back in July, the beginning of July, there will be a huge corn maze there. There's a lot of special attractions there at the Cherry Crest Farm. You can find their hours and their days of operation on the internet. It's a very nice, good place to come out and spend the day. And you can actually ride our train out here to our Strasburg indicator where we're passing right now. You can actually get off the train at our Strasburg indicator and walk up to the Cherry Crest Farm and the train and cross the four days, a couple hours, and you can walk back to our down to your right, in the far distance, down the valley, you see a big white farm with tall silver silos. This is typical Lancaster County Amish farm. Neat and clean, but very plain. There are no carpets, no curtains, no electric lights, no radio, television, telephone, and no automobile. This farmer draws a buggy, and there are plenty of big workhorses, mules, and willing hands to help with the hard work of farming. In addition to dairy cattle, the produce consists of corn, wheat, rye, hay, barley, soybeans, alfalfa, and famous Lancaster County broadleaf tobacco. These are peaceful and prosperous people contributing greatly to the farm economy in Lancaster County. We're very proud to have them as our neighbors. Now, around 1900, narrow gauge railroad named Lancaster Arch from the southern ran to the next valley off to the right just beyond those hills. Now, our train's going to stop here. It's going to blow a whistle across the valley. When we blow a whistle, sometimes the ghost whistle of old LMS number 6 engine lands respect. So people on the right side of the train, when they want to open your windows, you're going to be very, very quiet and listen for the ghost whistle to answer us back today. Here we go. All right, folks, if you heard what I heard, it sounds like he's definitely out there today. Now, I know there's a few skeptics on there who think that's just an echo. No, folks, that's no echo. We have to pay that ghost $27.50 a day. We pay him to sit out there in those hills and he blows us back at us. Now, that makes him the highest paid employee on the railroad. No one has ever seen that ghost, but someone keeps cashing all those paychecks. And speaking of ghosts, just beyond the crossing, take a look out the left-hand side, surrounded by a stone wall up on the hillside, is Carpenter's Graveyard. This graveyard is supposed to be the oldest in Lancaster County. In it is buried Mary Ferret, a French Huguenot, who fled France in the early 1700s to escape religious persecution. She and her followers eventually made their way to Pennsylvania and were given a grant by William Penn himself for 2 square miles right here in 1712. Now, it was they who named the colony Paradise. Remember, 300 years ago, this was America's frontier. And just up ahead of the crossing, the one and only bridge on the Strasburg Railroad, you won't see the bridge, I hope, because it's supposed to be under the train. But you will see where a dirt road called the Pungle Turnpike is right under our tracks. Now, we rebuilt this bridge a couple years ago, made it much higher and wider. And the official reason we were giving for building the new bridge was because we were bringing extra heavy freight traffic into Strasburg. But we found out the true reason. The true reason was Mr. Fisher, the Amishman who owns the farm down here to the right. He was complaining about the old bridge being too low and narrow. Get his team of mules on that bridge. So we had to build him a brand new bridge. We made it a lot higher and wider. So now, Mr. Fisher can get a team of 6 mules wide in that bridge. He no longer has to wear a hard hat. past 4 miles, we have been traveling through the heart of what is commonly known as the Pennsylvania Dutch Country, the fertile farmland of the Plain people, the Mennonites, the Dunkards, and the Amish, with the Lancaster County of more than 75,000 of these folks. They live a quiet, peaceful life of hard work and deep religious devotion, exactly as their forefathers did when they arrived from Germany and Switzerland over 275 years ago. Nothing has changed, really. Their style of dress, their mode of travel, their entire way of life is the same today as it was 2 3/4 centuries ago. Raymond Place Junction is next, where the main line of the Strasburg meets the main line of Amtrak. A short distance ahead, our track will curve sharply to the left as we come alongside the tracks that were once the Pennsylvania Railroad's main line between New York and Chicago. This location has a lot of history to be told. It is the original route of the Philadelphia and Columbia Railroad, which became part of the Mighty Pennsylvania Railroad in 1857. This was an important stop on the Pennsy, with more than 30 trains per day scheduled in 1898. Amtrak now owns the stretch of road between Harrisburg and Philadelphia and provides a wide transportation link for commuters and long-distance travelers alike. Today, more than a dozen trains still pass by daily, but they don't even slow down. In the early days of railroading, when trains were pulled by horses, this was a horse-changing station. Where the white buildings are today used to stand in Italy's hotel. He supplied fresh horses to the train and refreshments for the passengers. Also worthy of note, February 22nd, 1861, a special train carrying Abraham and Mrs. Lincoln stopped here briefly, and he addressed a crowd of several thousand people. His journey to his destiny in Washington, D.C. A little more than 400 years later, another special train passed, this time bearing the slain president's body on a sad journey back to Illinois. Paradise, change here for Kentsville, Paoli, Philadelphia, Trenton, Newark, and New York. Now that's if you run fast enough to catch an Amtrak train, that is. You may find it difficult to believe, folks, but this is paradise. Well, Paradise, Pennsylvania, that is. In it, let's face it, it may be as close as some of us will ever get to paradise.